Hair flip, yeah, I'm a badass bitch. I don't like it. Hair flip, yeah. Oh my god. So you guys should be happy. Oh my goodness. Hair flip. But anyways, hair flip. And hair flipping on the toes. Hi.
Hello everyone, and welcome back to your boy Sean Davey Way. Make sure you hit that like and subscribe on the way in. Tap that bell if you would like to be notified of all of our future content. Today I bring you another video on the infamous Tiffany Haddish and this whole situation that's going on between her, Aries Spears, John and Jane Doe, and their mother, who has now been identified by Hollywood Unlocked as Treza Morris. Haddish has spoke to Hollywood Unlocked and stated that she is relieved about the P-word skit surfacing and she was tired of being extorted. Let's head over to Hollywood Unlocked and see what is being stated. HU exclusive, Tiffany Haddish relieved after Aries Spears skit surfaces. I wanted to take responsibility and I was tired of being extorted. What was intended to be a major shakedown for Tiffany Haddish turned out to be a great relief for the comedian. However, full details about the two incidents which led to a long-threatened lawsuit have shed negative light on the renowned comedian and sparked an even larger conversation online. Last week, a civil lawsuit was filed in Los Angeles Superior Court by siblings identified only as Jane Doe, now 22, and John Doe, who was born in 2007. Jane, who is John's legal guardian, is the plaintiff in the lawsuit both individually and on her younger brother's behalf. The suit accuses Aries Spears and Haddish of abusing the plaintiffs when they were both minors and alleges that the comedians coerced them into filming explicit things and skits. One of the disgusting and very inappropriate videos titled "Through a P-Word's Eyes" made its rounds online. To note, Haddish was approached by Spears to take on the 2014 skit when she was an up-and-coming comedian. She was not present when those inappropriate scenes were filmed, nor did she get to see the completed project when it was finalized at the time. When she eventually saw the final product, she later asked for the video to be taken down immediately, but Spears refused, and the skit later showed up on the platform Funny or Die Digital. Those who came across the unsettling clip can agree the video was not even close to funny. However, many online users are now questioning what parents would allow their child to be a part of a project like this. The mother of the siblings, identified by Haddish's attorney and TMZ as Treza Morris, was actually longtime friends with Haddish at one point, who actually got paid for the skits. But things went left after Morris approached the entertainer following her success in Girls Trip and started asking for help with her comedic career when Haddish explained that she was unable to ... Sidestep. So earlier we were live and I stated that Tiffany Haddish was getting her victim role together, Vicky the Victim. She was going to come forward and state that Aries Spears is basically Lucifer. And that is what she did. She comes forward and states that not only was she not present in the room throughout the skit, she basically just handed the young boy to Aries and kind of just disappeared after that. But she never saw the finished product. When she did see the video, she contacted Aries and told him to remove it immediately. Aries chose not to. Again, Tiffany, you are still guilty. You brought those children there. You handed that little boy to Aries. You are just as responsible. You are not a victim. Gross. Before we get into Treza Morris, the mother of John and Jane Doe, let's get into the rest of the Hollywood Unlocked exclusive that Tiffany Haddish gave them. It definitely points out things that we didn't know before. Let's get into that. Shout out to hotnewhiphop.com. In a new update from Hollywood Unlocked, a platform owned by Jason Lee, one of Haddish's best friends, the comedian suggested that the lawsuit was set in place as a money grab. The outlet included a photo of Treza Morris at Haddish's birthday party back in 2020. and shared that the former friend seemed to have had a falling out after Haddish told Morris she couldn't help her with her comedy career. It was also suggested that when Morris threatened to file a police report, Haddish encouraged her to do so. Haddish's quote, "I wanted to take responsibility and I was tired of being extorted," she reportedly told Hollywood Unlocked, adding that she was relieved when the skit surfaced. Side note, so Tiffany Haddish invites Trezza Morris to her birthday party in 2020. With this information coming out and this photo being out, especially on Hollywood Unlocked, I feel that they're trying to push a narrative that Trezza is a money grabber, a money grubber. That's all she wants. Why would she still be around Tiffany Haddish if she's claiming that Tiffany Haddish did these things to her children? Hollywood Unlocked, I look at it the complete opposite. Tiffany Haddish states to you exclusively, Hollywood Unlocked, that Trezza told her that she was going to go to the police and file a report against what happened with Aries Spears and Tiffany Haddish against Trezza's children, Jane and John Doe. In 2019, Trezza went to the police department and filed that report. So why in 2020 would Tiffany Haddish invite someone to her party that called the police and stated all of these heinous things about her? Some of the craziest allegations. Why would she invite her there? And then on top of that, Tiffany Haddish states that she told Trezza that she could not help her with her career. So Tiffany, why would you invite her to your party where there's going to be industry people, managers, other comedians, actors, singers, and so on and so forth? Why would you invite her somewhere like that? You're a connected person, especially in 2020. I thought you couldn't help her with her career. You mean to tell me that you invited her to your party, but you didn't introduce her to anybody? And again, it's your party, so there's going to be managers and agents, lawyers, all type of people that come to these Hollywood parties. But again, Tiff, you said that you could do nothing for her. Again, Tiff, you invited somebody that made a police report on you with some of, again, craziest allegations to your birthday party. To me, it seems as if you are trying to smooth things over. The closer she gets to getting you incarcerated or getting you in trouble or canceled, the more you feel the need to reach out to her and invite her around, keeping your enemy closer. That's all I'm getting from it, because you're still guilty. Hollywood Unlocked, TMZ and Tiffany Haddish and her lawyers decided to dox Trezza Morris. Let's get to know her, shall we? Let's start off with the fact that she has 5 kids. Nothing wrong with that. But did you know that they all have their own fathers? Yeah, you heard it. 5 different baby daddies. Let Trezza tell you herself.
Comedy show. I wanted them to sponsor some of the tickets. I go to the comedy club and the lady's like ignoring me. She's running around trying to get the show together. And I was like, well, I'm here from Jim's. I'm Miss Morris. You know, you're going to buy these tickets. I'm like, are you going to buy these tickets? And she said, I need somebody to go on stage in 5 minutes. She was like, I said, look, I'll go on stage. You buy these tickets. And I ended up going on stage, came in 2nd place in the comedy competition. And the people just started booking me. Mama Drama Show, and actually me and one of my baby daddies do the show together.
And then you got a baby daddy? Oh yeah. My God, these are all babies, I guess.
I got 5 kids by 5 baby daddies.
You know, wait, 5 different fathers?
Yeah, I refuse to make the same mistake twice.
It was established earlier with Hollywood Unlocked and other places that Trezza is a comedian, and she definitely is that. Let's get into some of her stand-up, just so you can get to know her a little bit.
Watch California entertain y'all. Sure did. I had to ask a couple of my baby daddies for some gas money to get up here. And gas so high, I took a 50 and went to Shell.
So we've confirmed that she has 5 kids, 5 different baby daddies. She was married, and in the process of her being married, she went through DV. And she moved from Detroit to California. So her and Tiffany Haddish have a lot in common, meaning that she was an orphan as well. Tiffany Haddish was an orphan. Tiffany Haddish was homeless. So was Trezza. I mean, they have a lot in common. Tiffany Haddish wrote books. So did Trezza. Trezza was married and got divorced. So is Tiffany Haddish. So they have a lot in common. Let's get into a little bit of that from Trizza herself.
Hello, ladies. How are you doing this afternoon? It is a pleasure to be here and from all this wonderfulness and gratefulness and all this women's power. Like, we don't really understand as women how powerful we are and how we can just move and shake and make things happen. And that's what my journey is about. I started off really, really hard. I ended up in foster care at a late age. I wasn't like a little kid who grew up in foster care. I got into the system at 12, 13, 14, when we wasn't getting adopted with no home. I don't care how many ponytails I put in my head. When nobody trying to adopt me, you know what I'm saying? So I started off on a really, really rough road, and I managed to turn my miracles into my mistakes. I decided to write a book called Miracles of My Mistakes. And this is the book that I wrote. And what this book tells, it tells my story. It tells how I ended up with 5 children, being married 4 times, being a victim of domestic violence, ended up homeless on the street with 4 children, living in my car. This book is a story of survival. This book tells you how to pick up wherever you at and put your life together. When I started writing this book, I was, like I said, it was 1992. I was going through some stuff. I was actually living in my car. I was homeless. I left my husband. He was beating on me while I was pregnant. And my friend was like, oh, girl, you can come and stay with me. So I drive from Detroit to California only for her to tell me, girl, I didn't know you was really going to leave him. You can't stay here. So me and my kids actually ended up in my car.
There will be a follow-up video of us breaking down Trizza Morris and everything she's been up to, and if she had anything to do with what Tiffany Haddish and Aries Spears did to her children. Is this innocent, or is this a comedian, a struggling comedian, that never made it and is trying to get revenge on someone that she is jealous of, which would be Tiffany Haddish? Or make sure you tune into the next video to find out. I love you all. Until the next video, hit that like and subscribe. I love you. Bye. Flex.